Okay. Um, this is actually my second stream today. I've tried playing, Aina Dream Barbecue. Didn't go well for me. I actually ended up throwing up. So I probably won't be playing that again. I also probably will not be uploading that to my YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you probably won't see that. Aside from me having to end stream because I threw up, it also just wasn't my best work. I didn't really know what to say the entire time. I couldn't make good commentary. It was a little overwhelming. But, you know, I've taken a break. I drank some water, ate a granola bar, replaced my fluids and shit. So, figured I'd spend my extra time that I was planning on playing Aina Dream Barbecue and play a game that has yet to make me vomit so far. So, anyways, here's Your Turn to Die. We're currently in the middle of the main game. I should have maybe reviewed a little bit before I, you know, went back into here. But we'll figure it out. We always do. Okay. Sorry, that sounds a little loud for me. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Okay. Fuck. What's happening? There were 4 trades made in total. Oh, okay, we're trying to figure out something about trades. By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way, Woof. Didn't get traded with even once. Trading cards requires 50 tokens. It's not as if just anyone could do it. Okay. There were 4 trades in total. That ain't that many. Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. If I seem a little low energy, I'm blaming the throw up, by the way. Sorry. My heart was pounding, wondering when I'd get past a bad card, meow. But my roll didn't change up to the very end, Woof. I made it through all 5 trades, meow. The token ranking, as I recall, put Cube Taro Hamburger in first and Jin Ibushi in last. Now Egokoro was also low ranking. Of the 4 candidates, I suppose Now was the only one who lacked the tokens to make a trade. Wait, fuck, I don't remember who the 4 candidates are. It was So, KG, because I voted for KG and I remember him getting it. Kana, and we just got confirmation that it's Now, right? Okay. So wait, let's go over these one more time. Made it through all 5 trades. Really a commoner. Trading cards requires 50 tokens. The token ranking... Okay, so Kyutaro is oh my jeez, sorry. Kyutaro's first, Jin's last. And Now's also low ranking. So... Wait a minute, was Jin chosen? What? Of the 4 candidates, I suppose Now was the only one who lacked the okay, so no, Jin wasn't. So Now's the only one that doesn't have enough tokens to make the trade that's been chosen. So Now is not a very safe bet for voting. I love that we've evolved from being like, I don't want to hurt anybody, this is very cruel, to being like, alright, let's mathematically pick apart which person we should kill. There were 4 trades made in total. That ain't that many. 4 trades, considering they each cost 50 tokens, is actually a good bit. You know? 'Cause that's 200 tokens in total, right? Wait, didn't you have almost 200 tokens, Kyutaro? He could have made every single one of those trades. Because we can assume, I mean, I'm assuming that the last trade was made by So. Because he made that comment about if I could, the only thing I could do now is mess with the cards, whatever. And that's when we got traded the sacrifice back. And Kyutaro said that the last trade he remembers was him trading away the sacrifice card, didn't he? Honestly, it's all a mess. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. Are there any items I can use here? Okay. Glad we got more time to sort it out. That ain't that many. I feel like this one... and this one. That's no... I mean, it kind of is. Okay, fine. Made it through all 5 trades, meow. Not just anyone could do it. There were 4 trades... Wait! You're saying 4 trades and he's saying 5 trades. Muscle Gorilla, that's wrong, meow. No, that's wrong. What? There were 5 trades, Woof. 5? Wait, by my memory, there were 3 trades. Then I heard there was one just before the main game. I get it. You misunderstood, Kyutaro. There were 2 trades while you were out. What? Now that don't make no sense. That's our line, meow. Sorry, but nobody's given me an explanation. Well, that's on us. Kyutaro Hamburger, when was it that you passed Sarah Chidoan the sacrifice card? In fact, did you have the sacrifice card to start? Nah, that ain't it. The first card I had was Commoner. I get it. That tells me most of the trades. What? I don't have a clue, Woof. Why's that, meow? Because your friendly policeman made the first trade. Oh, I remember that. He traded me the Keymaster. What did you say? Who'd you trade with, and what? I gave Sarah the Keymaster. Huh? Then what card does Sarah start with? I have no reason to lie, but I was a commoner. At first, I was a commoner. I don't want them to have any reason to distrust me. You traded Keymaster for commoner, meow? And I deepened our trust by doing it. Yeah. Oh, this fucking guy. Let's do a little sort out. In the first trade, I passed the Keymaster into Sarah's hands. In the second trade, what got traded? Did I get sacrifice second trade, or... Did I get sacrifice the second trade or the third? I don't remember. Girl, please tell me. So skilled with the puppy dog eye. I hate him. I hate him. He creeps me the fuck out. Considering the order of things, someone's sacrifice was swapped with Kyutaro's commoner. And in the third trade, Sarah's Keymaster and Kyutaro's sacrifice were swapped. Yep. Oh, yep, that's what it means. Muscle Gorilla, tell us everything you can remember, meow! You have an obligation to properly explain to us the third trade. Irk. I mean, if Kyutaro made the trade, he could have traded with literally anyone and gotten a better roll than sacrifice. Sorry, I had to look at something. At the time of the third trade, I was searching the first floor alone, meow. So I want to know the situation, Woof. I shall tell you. The third trade occurred when everyone was sharing the laptop. Oh yeah, because that's when I started freaking out. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. These trades, I'd better keep them sorted in my head too. God, I should have gotten like a piece of paper to write this down on. Oh! You can now sort out details of the trades. Ah! It's like it read my mind. What's this? Okay. Okay, let's get all this straight. The top row of the table is what everyone's cards had to start with. Those further to the right had more tokens to spend, in broad strokes at least. Okay. The next row is the cards everyone had after the first trade. Below that is after the second trade, after the third trade, and so on and so forth. The bottom row is after the fifth trade, in other words, the rolls that we ended up with. Of course, this is all guesswork. I'll rework it if new information comes up. Okay, so let's just look at this for a second. We know that Jin's been a commoner the whole time. There haven't been any trades there. We don't know, let's see, we don't know the Sage. We don't know who started off with the sacrifice. Look at So and his little fucking shifty expression. I love these little pixel graphics though, they're so cute. Okay. Huh? Keymaster. Keymaster sacrifice. Keymaster. Okay. We know Alice ended up with a commoner. How do we know Alice ended up with a commoner? Did he tell us that? Okay. So what have we got here? At the time of the third trade, I was searching the third floor alone. I shall tell you, the third trade occurred when everyone was sharing the laptop. Wait, so Q-Taro was accounted for, wasn't he? I feel like if I extract from here, it's gonna give Q-Taro like a reaction. Remembering the photo on the laptop still makes my heart quake. But what's important now is that card trade. In the end, it was mutual betrayal. Q-Taro Hamburger, despite being right there, he traded his sacrifice to you. Such a cold-blooded man. Don't speak of bonds to me. Huh? Something's strange here. Wait, say that again. Oh! What's good? Okay, I gotta lock in. Why won't you deny it, Q-Taro? What? I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he be hiding? Oh god. Okay, lock-in time. Oh my god! Why is it getting so fucking fast? No! No! Holy shit! Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I didn't do it. It was... Oh, okay. Oh! Be as silent as you want. It's no use. Spit it all out, Q-Taro. I meant to cooperate with Sarah, with everyone. But I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic, a pathetic adult. The third trade, my sacrifice being sent to Sarah. It wasn't me, it was So's doing. He did run to the bathroom and he was unaccounted for. He could've, the bathroom, there isn't like a designated public bathroom, so we can only assume that they're in the bedrooms, yeah? And since there's a ring-up box in each bedroom... Say what? I don't know what you're talking about. So knew. He knew I had the sacrifice. What? When everybody was sharing the laptop, So wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to the ring-up box to trade my sacrifice and Sarah's Keymaster. I don't know a thing about that. Wait a second. He chose 2 other people and made them trade? You can't do that! It must be possible, huh? So you can say that with confidence? So isn't it about time you confess? Uh-huh. Tell us the real reason you're sharing the laptop. Such a deeply suspicious individual, KG. Oh no! Wait, I hate this one. The discussion is stuck in an equilibrium, failing to come to an agreement. How about I hear the truth from your mouth? Haha, about what? Between the statements these two give, I should either affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. Kyutaro couldn't do the third trade. Yeah, that's true. I was on the toilet, so I couldn't either. Affirm. Exactly, because he was with us. The question is, how did you know the sacrifice? Oh, the question is, how did you know the sacrifice? Just rolling on ahead with this assumption that I knew, huh? Did he learn about Kyutaro's sacrifice via hacking? Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? This one's interesting. He couldn't really hack anything, cause... Well, I guess there was a good amount of time where... Well, but the laptop wasn't connected to anything at that point. So... No, I doubt even So could do such a thing. Is there another way? There should be some other means. There should be some other means. Precisely, you saw it directly. Kyutaro's intent was to negotiate with So. And as a condition for his trade, he showed So his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. Such an active imagination, Miss Sarah. How about you use that imagination to consider what they're negotiating? Oh, how about you use that... What the fuck? Did I get that right or wrong? Kyutaro started to negotiate outside So's bedroom door. Oh, Kana can back that up. Can't she? She said she heard those two, She said she heard them talking, didn't she? Huh? Were you watching or what? Affirm. Yes, even So's already recognized that fact. Yep. That's right. How did So react to Kyutaro's proposition? He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. I'm not brave enough to let Kyutaro in. Must have let him in the room. Quickly and struck the deal. I feel like they had to have spoken between the wall. Because Kana said so, right? We have Kana's testimony there, don't we? This one's interesting. I'm not really sure what it's asking me here. He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. Deny. No, I'm sure So was on guard. Kyutaro had taken the laptop from him once before. So wouldn't let him in the room with no questions asked. And then did he make the deal through the door? How amusing, I just thought of that, of a way. What? Kyutaro slipped the tablet under the door. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? He makes a good point, I feel like. Hold on, I'm trying to construct a story in my head. It's like over such a long period of time that I don't really, like, it's hard to remember what happened. It's, okay, so Kyutaro slipped the tablet under the door. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? I feel like it wouldn't really give him any sort of advantage to betray him in that instance, you know? I mean, what's he gonna do? Trade away his sacrifice card? It's a pretty shit card. No, he wasn't considering it. Kyutaro must be pretty pure, huh? He has the eyes of a young boy. That was wrong. Fuck. Okay. See, denying one is basically affirming the other, so sometimes it's a little confusing. That's exactly it. That's what Kyutaro did to propose the deal. So must have been fairly wary of Kyutaro, who could best him using force. So Kyutaro informs him that he was the sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet. Did I win? So, you had yet another objective on top of tokens and the Seraph folder. Wait, what was his objective? Oh, objective, sorry. Yo. I forgot the meaning of words for a second. To control the sacrifices you wanted. Just like he did in the last time, too. He also tampered with the card's last main game. So, that is pretty on brand for him. Dots. You got it. You got it. Sorry, I forgot to do his voice. Oh. After the second trade, me and Kana were working to escape on the escape plan. Then I heard Kyutaro through the door. "Want to make a deal?" he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slid his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as offering up info just so I'd share the laptop. What do you know? Oh shit, I accidentally hit that. Wait, what did he say? What do you know? Sarah, you saw that 1F security footage, right? He's gonna say that it was real. Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I'll tell you. They told me, set up the props used for the death game. Then it's true! You set up the cards? Yeah. Of course, I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the Sage card, I just placed it at random. That's why I at least wanted to get Kai's laptop back one more time. Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give a whole 100 tokens. 100 tokens, meow? That's enough for 2 trades. Are you insane? But you left yourself enough for just 1 trade. How cunning, pretending to risk your life, but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. You say that like you're not also okay, say again. All told, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the third trade? Is that the truth of the third trade? Too many T's. Too many cooks. I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do all this to me? What did I ever fucking do to him? But You went above and beyond my expectations. Huh? The fourth trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? What do you mean by that? I mean the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? Or you didn't have any tokens. I didn't have enough tokens, I couldn't do any trades. No tokens? That's hard to believe. Quiet, loner! I was with Big Sis Sarah for the fourth trade, woof. So was I! Sarah didn't do any trade then! Well then, it must have been an ally who did it for you. KG, you took the sacrifice from Miss Sarah, didn't you? Wait, who has the sacrifice now? Wait, this is fucking confusing. What's happening? What? What's the meaning of this? It's really very simple. The two of them were accomplices. Ahem? Pardon? Miss Sarah and KG formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game by way of said sacrifice. They schemed to escape by working together and having KG win the vote. I suspect the fifth trade that followed was Miss Sarah and KG making a bluff. They picked two random commoners to have trades. Then you say KG Shinogi has the sacrifice? Why does he always say everybody's full name? Damn. That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the fifth trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everybody by the nose. If my reasoning is correct, KG's the sacrifice and the sage is Miss Now, perhaps. Oh, Miss Now, perhaps? I'm the sage? Girl, you know your own card, baby. You can look at what card you have. Yep. So it may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time. Wait a second! No! At the start, you said you were the sacrifice! Yep, that was a lie. I'm a commoner. No way! Then wouldn't you be in the same boat as me? Huh? I see. Choosing anybody but KG is the same in the end. Then, let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable. So... Kana, it's okay, girl. You stay away from him. Enough. It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Ugh. Here's a friendly police report. I long since used up all my tokens. And you want me to just believe that? Like you're not building an entire argument off... Ugh! Like you're not building an entire argument off hearsay. He's literally... Like, this is all circumstantial. His entire case is circumstantial. So, you're just dying to say that I ended up being the sacrifice, aren't you? Disclosure, DC. Keymaster! Unfortunately, I'm the Keymaster. Huh? What are you saying? The Keymaster's Kyutaro, though. Oh, shit. Looks like we got him good. What does this mean? Disclosure, DC. Sage! My real role is Sage! Ah, shit. That means you're gonna be gone. Ugh. Rip Kyutaro. You will be missed. Ridiculous. That's impossible. It's possible, all right. And as the Sage, I'm making an announcement. KG's without a doubt the Keymaster. So wait, disclosure DCs can be lies then? Because didn't we get a disclosure DC when he said that he was the Keymaster? It can't be. That's all. You were on the right track to think accomplices. But it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with. It was Kyutaro. Why does he look so scared? He was just wrong. Let's tell the truth of the fourth trade, shall we? The trade between Mr. Policeman and Kyutaro. First, when So betrayed me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard what happened, I proposed to Kyutaro that we team up. And so the fourth trade, you two traded your cards? That fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now, meow. Hold on. Kyutaro, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? Okay, so we've got weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? No, he wasn't accounted for during the fourth trade. Oh wait, but So would know, right? Unless of course he came upon the body, or not the body, the Kyutaro. Wait, hold on, I gotta... Sorry about my burping. Okay. So, wait, okay. What? So, okay, wait, okay, hold on, whoa, okay, whoa. Why is Reiko even included in this, girl? Okay, okay. Fourth trade surely ended up punishing the loner, so that doesn't really mean anything. So the fourth trade, Shinogi and Hamburger traded their cards. Kyutaro once you passed out for the fourth trade. First when So betrayed me, I was stomping around in a rage. When I learned about the sacrifice incident, I proposed to Kyutaro we teamed up. Okay, let's extract what I can from each of these first. That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him, since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Kyutaro, and we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Kyutaro's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Kyutaro was passed out. Seems Kyutaro figured it out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of the card. Even my noticing of Kyutaro's Keymaster. Seeing you acting funny, Sarah, I was convinced the sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Keiji noticed me then and came to talk. He persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what So was thinking after all. Okay. Okay. And so I trusted Keiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. All of them? Huh. Hold on, Kyutaro. Weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? I mean, Keiji could do the trade himself, but, is he panicking? He hasn't worked out his logic. Okay. Why you? Can't you make a proper trade, Keiji Shinogi? That fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now, meow. I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with desire to see justice carried out, meow. He used a whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner, Wolf. Huh? Before Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the fourth trade, meow. Then he couldn't have traded, Wolf. Okay, wait. Mr. Policeman didn't have any tokens, so he couldn't have traded. The fourth trade... Okay, that one didn't change. Kyutaro, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? There are two different lines of logic I could take here. I could either go with Jin's assertion, and pin it against Kyutaro's. I handed Keiji all my tokens. Okay. Or I could go with Keiji's and go against So. I don't really feel like there's any need to go against Jin's, though. Because Jin... I like him, so I don't want to be mean. It's all owed to the power of that card, even noticing Kyutaro's Keymaster. I've got clout to spend, so I think I'll do these two. Because now these two statements aren't directly conflicting. Okay, yeah, okay. So then, once you passed out during the fourth trade... Listen closer, alright? What the hell? What the helly? I'm sorry, I didn't say that. The fourth trade... Okay, wait, wait. When you passed out during the fourth trade, KG could trade him himself, but... Okay, so that one doesn't change. KG noticed something... Sure enough, seems like I got knocked out and taken out in advance. It's all owed to the power of Kitaro's Keymaster. Did I say anything strange? I'm making sure none of the expressions change. But I can't imagine Mr. Policeman would lie about this, meow. Wait, Mr. Policeman didn't have any tokens, so he couldn't do the... But I can't imagine Mr. Policeman would lie about this, meow. I really do think it has something to do with Jim. Okay, so that doesn't change at all. What was his again? Maybe these two? You gave him all your tokens, meow? Sure did, and seems like that landed way outside So's ballpark. Shut up! Running out of leeway, are we? I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, KG, why were you able to know about Kyutaro having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game? With the sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh? So you still don't know. Okie dokie. Let's resume the discussion. I hate when he does that shit. When he's like, oh, so you're stupid? Anyways, allow me to not explain. We were able to extract a new statement from So. I just have to keep going. Okay. Seeing through who... Whoa. Seeing through to who the Keymaster is isn't the only way to do that during the main game. Grr. Hold on, wait. Okay, sorry. I'm a little confused. This is a lot to keep up with. Okay, so I started out with a commoner, and then I got traded the Keymaster. That was the first trade. And then the second trade... Wait, what happened during the second trade? Who traded what during the second trade? Wait. I was the Keymaster, and then I got traded the... Or no, I was a commoner, and then Whoa. My brain is fried trying to figure this stuff out. So I was the commoner, and then I got traded the Keymaster by Kate. Yeah? And then the second trade. What was the second trade? Did we talk about the second trade? What happened during the second trade? What happened during the second trade? Second trade. I can't remember. And then... Oh, Kyutaro must have been... traded the sacrifice. Somehow. From someone. Probably So. Or no, because So wanted the sacrifice in his like in his court. You know? He wanted the ball in his court. In basketball. And won. And then So took the tablet and traded that sacrifice to Sarah. And I had the sacrifice... Oh, and then Kyutaro became the Keymaster. And, so, wait. When along the line would Keiji get traded the Sage? Because if him and Kyutaro made the 4th trade, then he would have had to be the Sage. So somewhere along the line... This is... I'm too dumb for this. I'm sorry. I'm too dumb for this. There's so much to keep up with. Okay. I say we extract from Keiji, because he seems to... Oh god, okay. He just said something, though. Why did it go back to his previous statement? Keiji noticed something was up with me, and I handed him all my tokens. Sure enough, I got knocked out in advance. Muscle Gorilla handed over all the tokens he earned himself now. What a rash gorilla wolf. Okay, so... seeing through to who the Keymaster is, isn't that something... Okay. So I feel like I have to... These two against each other. Right? The power of that card? You don't mean... Yeah, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course. The Sage could use clairvoyance even outside of the main game? I feel like I'm slowly getting away from his voice. The more scared he gets, I don't know how to do his voice, because I made him sound very aloof and assholey. He sounds like a douchebag. That's what the tablets are for. You intentionally didn't mention it. Wahaha. Unraveled all the mysteries now? This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Kyutaro's Keymaster. Then I made the 4th trade to swap Kyutaro's Keymaster and my Sage. And now, there isn't a need to... And now there isn't even a need to discuss the 5th trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed I'm a commoner. He's really losing it. Any other questions? Wait a minute, the 5th trade though. No, there's something odd about Keiji's story. It'll all become clear if I look back at the trades so far. Okay. The card I had at the first was Commoner. Then Keiji gave me the Keymaster. Oh, then Keiji's was Keymaster, and then I got the Keymaster from Keiji. And in the first trade, the Keymaster was sent to me and the Commoner to Keiji. So when along the line would he have gotten Sage? The second trade was Commoner to Sacrifice. The Sacrifice went to Kyutaro and his Commoner went to someone else. Next is the 3rd trade. So initiated a trade that sent me the Sacrifice and Kyutaro the Keymaster. So Kyutaro must have been lying about him starting off as the Commoner then, right? Because the only way Keiji could have obtained the Sage through that would have to be if Kyutaro was... Wait. Huh? What? And then the 4th trade, the Keymaster went to Keiji and the Sage went to Kyutaro. The part that's strange, sure enough, is it's the Sage card. Right? That's right, the Sage is out of place. When did the Sage come into play? Keiji should have been a commoner the whole time. Yeah. Unless Kyutaro had to have been lying. So why did Keiji have the Sage card at the time of the 4th trade? That must mean Keiji's first trade... No, Keiji's first card had to be the Keymaster. He has to be lying about the Sage now. I mean, it's easy enough to disclose what card you have. And Kyutaro's already done that to someone. Well, unless, of course, So had his tablet the whole time. Okay, let's work this out if Kyutaro started off with Sage rather than the Keymaster. Or the Commoner. If Kyutaro had the Sage... No, because then I would've... No... Wait. Commoner... Then how did Kyutaro get the sacrifice? Along... When? Keiji's first card wasn't Keymaster, but we know it had to have been. He has to be lying about the Sage now. No, that's not it. That's fun. Kyutaro had the Keymaster, so it's true that he had the Sage, but the trades don't make sense like this. Keiji's first card wasn't the Keymaster. He traded me someone else's card, then. How did he get a hold of someone else's... My brain's melting. What? Then how did he trade me a Keymaster? Unless he faked the trade, but he'd have to coordinate that with somebody else. Sacrifice. If the sacrifice... Wait. No, that makes sense. Keiji had the Sage from the beginning. And so his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning, too. Which is why, in the first trade, he could make me and the person with the Keymaster... Sorry, I have a little bit of the hiccups. But if he did that... Wait, I missed the last bit of what he said. Make me and the person with the Keymaster trade, but if he did that... Hasn't he been lying this whole time? Let's be real. He has been lying this whole time, babe. We know. Are you really gonna vote for So? No. Something's not right. We should discuss this a little more. Stop it. Aren't you a candidate? You won't have you won't have to get picked. I'm afraid too, but I just get a weird feeling. Are we sure So is really a commoner and Keiji is the Keymaster? Lot of K noises. Yeah, no, something's odd. Something's odd. I'm with Now. You're exactly right. There are still mysteries remaining. In the 5th trade, why did someone trade the sacrifice I had? It had to have been So, right? Because, like, why else would they include that, he wanted to, like, be a savior or whatever, probably. And where did my sacrifice end up? Did it end up in the hands of So? Is he the sacrifice? What the fuck? In the 5th trade, why did somebody trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. I think it was So. This isn't a problem we can ignore. This is really weird and hard to work out. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, Meow. This 5th trade, we should talk about it some, woof. If by any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know. We shouldn't need any more discussion. He's sketchy as fuck. Digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, So. That's how this'll end. You bet it was Catboy? I doubt it. I don't think it was Jin. Jin doesn't have any tokens. He couldn't trade. I think it was So. No. I feel like the writers really like So because, or they either love or don't love him because they keep her like, I swear it's your turn to die So has been something that's been said before. Hello, Will. Yeah, I assumed from the name Cactus Shoe and the fact that you followed me at 3 in the morning. We can't do that, KG. You're being sketchy as fuck. As long as we have time, we should speak the truth. Yeah. Something you wouldn't know much about, Mr. Blonde, fake blonde, fake blonde. I say as if I'm a completely real blonde myself. I'm like a half blonde. You know, I could pass as blonde if I didn't dye my hair, but I still get highlights to make me look a little bit more blonde. I won't lie. All right. Let's do this. We'll discuss the roles of the 4 who are in the final vote. Oh, this is a lot. I love this music. Ah! There's someone who moves Sarah's sacrifice via the 5th trade. I'm not making that onomatopoeia. If KG Shinogi is the keymaster, the sacrifice should be So, Kana, or Now, yes? Is the loner really a commoner, Meow? Should we believe that, Woof? I don't think he's a commoner. It's alright. So was convinced the whole time Sarah traded away the sacrifice. That Sarah traded away the sacrifice. Unless he's bluffing on that. I mean, again, he made that comment in the final room about, the only thing I could do now is mess with, like, the card data. So why wouldn't he mess with the card data? In other words, Kana or Now, which of them would have the sacrifice? I don't believe it. KG and Kyutaro are lying. Okay. Let's see, we've got KG and Kyutaro are lying. KG's definitely lying. Is the policeman really the keymaster? Is there something strange? There is Now. I agree with Now. There's something off. When did the sage come into play? If KG Shinogi is the keymaster, the sacrifice should be So, Kana, or Now, yes? Hold on. I gotta look at my shit. Oh wait, okay, so he started off as the sage, and he traded me with whoever had the keymaster. We know Jin had Commoner the whole time. He has no reason to lie about that. What the heck? What the fuck? KG's lying about having the keymaster. We know that. So how do we bring that to light? How do we expose him? It's something about Now. Hold on, I'll extract first. Is there any possibility that his keymaster was sent somewhere else at some point? Maybe Ganondorf? Who the frick is Ganondorf? Kyutaro's sage power should let him see that KG was the keymaster. Then, is that possibility 0? Now, baby. I don't know what you're saying, but I love ya. The ginger lumberjack? No, I do not know Zelda. Unfortunately, I've not played any Zelda games ever. Is the loner really the commoner? No. I think he's the sacrifice and lying about it. Wait, who has the sacrifice? Do we know who ended up with the sacrifice? We just know it got traded away from me, right? But then again, there's no reason for So to do that. What if it's all just the loner lying, Woof? Well, I mean, we know the loner. We know the loner. Him not being able to refute anything is weird, meow. Could it be he's actually accomplices with Bucket Girl and putting on an act? Kana hasn't said anything in so long. Leave Kana alone. If Sohiyori's unrest is genuine, was it Kana Kizuchi? Kana, how many tokens did Kana have? Wait. Kana was on the higher end of tokens. Wait a minute. Actually... Wait, hold on. We gotta think back to the room. This layout seems wrong to me. Cause like, weren't now Sarah and Reiko supposed to be in the middle? You know what, it doesn't matter. Kana's on the high end when it comes to tokens, and so's Kyutaro. Damn it. So isn't very persuasive. Yeah, no, he's kinda lost it. He's lost his footing, he doesn't know what to do. Did the background change? Wait, I love this background. So was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice. That's not to say So fell for Keiji's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card he didn't know one lick about the truth. Wait, the location of the sacrifice or any other card, he didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could have learned my card. Wait, but his tablet was there when we... But I kept it on me at all times to avoid... But we have a tablet. Wait a minute. Wait. Ayo. Hold on, wait. Actually, let me make sure this is the right tablet. Yeah, okay. We found this next to you when you passed out. Kyutaro, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes? Yep, take a look, it's right here. And when you woke up, where was it? On the table in the Last Supper room. Oh! On the table? I'd call that being off you, meow! As I thought. That tablet Kyutaro has is a spare. This tablet I picked up was lying near you when you were passed out. What'd you say? I would assume this is Kyutaro's original tablet. The question is, why was it lying on the floor? So took it. It's because So took the tablet from Kyutaro. What? But they're locked by fingerprints, woof. Sure, but while near him, he could bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Kyutaro's finger to it. And so we arrive at an outrageous truth. What do you mean by that? Depending on when So looked at the tablet, he might have seen through your entire strategy. What? The worst time would be for the fucking shit. I can't read today. The worst time for it would be after the 4th trade. That's when Kyutaro had the Sage and I had the Keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Kyutaro's Sage power to also know that I was the Keymaster. It seems he didn't know that, though, is the thing. How do you know what they're talking about? Because I've been playing the game. Because I've been playing the game up to this point. So, wait. So, if So was surprised, It's confusing? Yeah. If So was surprised at the fact that Keiji could use the Keymaster's ability before the main game, is that also an act? Because he doesn't like appearing incompetent, So why would he do that? What? So, has So just been acting fooled? That's what I'm saying. Shoot, you got me. Or not. Wonder if I'm acting right now. Or maybe I'm telling the truth. So, this fucking guy. This evil twink. Why don't you go back to working at a gas station or whatever? Not good. Now there's the possibility that So has the sacrifice. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. So definitely has the sacrifice, I think. I think So has the sacrifice because he made that comment about being able to mess with the card data. Because think about it. 4 trades? That's a lot. 5? Even more, considering each trade takes 50 tokens. And, let's see. There are 8 of us here, and the tokens also included Reiko, which means that in total, assuming that no one used any of their tokens, that would be... Oh god, I'm bad at math. 400 tokens? Wait. No, that's wrong. Wait, did I do the math wrong there? Hold on, let's see. No, it'd be 450, right? Yeah, 450 tokens. And so that's enough for... Well, that's enough for 9 trades. There were 5 trades, but also the tokens weren't dispersed properly amongst each of us. If we each had 50 tokens and some change, then we each could have made 1 trade. But Jin had no tokens. Kyutaro had nearly 200 tokens. I feel like even if So... Wait, hold on. Kyutaro traded him 100 tokens. I'm like Sherlock Holmes in an escape room, but if also the escape room killed off people periodically. So... Yeah. And also if Sherlock Holmes was a 17-year-old girl. So, wait. I think So's the sacrifice. I think that initial disclosure DC was probably right. It's no good. We shouldn't vote for So Hiyori. Guess not. You can vote for Kana or Miss Now, whichever you like. And he's been saying from the beginning that he wants Kana gone. But I feel like he's kind of bluffing on that because she's been such a constant ally to him. I mean, she's the only reason that he got into the laptop. Why you? And heaven forbid Now. I'd need to keep Now. She's my bestie. Woo! Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who it's safe to vote for. Well, we know who it's safe to vote for, and that's Kana and Now. Though I will say Kana's lack of being able to say anything is a little suspicious. We gotta find the one with the least chance of having the sacrifice. I think we're ignoring what's happening here. The 5th trade is super suspicious. So Hiyori must be avoided at all costs, for we don't know what he's thinking. But between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Now, is there any real difference, Wolf? You need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice from Sarah in the 5th trade. I don't think you do. But even if you did, I feel like the only person that would have that amount would be So. And if he just took Kyutaro's fingerprints... Because, hold on, wait, let's look at this sorted out. No, because at the time of the 4th trade, he had the Sage. Oh, wait, but how did I end up with the Keymaster? What the flick? Oh, no, I ended up with a Commoner, sorry. So... Wait, so who the fuck is the sacrifice? Okay, Alice is a commoner, Jin's a commoner. So the sacrifice is gonna be either So, Kana, or Now. And I feel like Now is said enough about not wanting to die to where she's probably not the sacrifice. Now is incited enough. Well, also though, nobody's been questioning whether we should vote for her. So if she was the sacrifice, I really don't want Now to die. I thought Emo Boy died? Who the flick is Emo Boy? You said that yesterday, but I don't remember who you said Emo Boy was. Okay, wait, can we run by a Scarpacker? Oh, the fucking twink? Evil twink? Yeah. So Hiyori must be avoided at all costs. Between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Now, what's the difference? Need a certain amount of tokens. We gotta find the one with the least chance of having the sacrifice. Well, I don't have the sacrifice. How'd he come back? Oh, he didn't die. That was like a weird flashback. That was fake twink death. And you know it wasn't real because Professor Mishima was there, and Mishima died in the first, before the first main game, actually. He died in... Was there a name for what that was? When we were in the little pink room. That was forever ago. Ooh. Let's start extracting. If you consider the tokens, the token counts, you'll get your answer. So he's leading us to think that it's So, because So's the only one that would have that amount of tokens. Considering, hold on. When did his sacrifice get traded away to Sarah? So at this point in time, So had an extra 100 tokens. Oh. I can ponder shit? I can ponder my fucking orb? That's not what I want to do right now. I don't need to know about that at the moment. So, wait. Okay, so at this point, So had at least 100 tokens, which means that he had enough for 2 trades. And we know that the Sage and Keymaster trade happened between Kyutaro and Keiji, which means that So didn't spend anything here at the 4th trade. Which means that the 5th trade could very well be him. He had plenty of tokens. Well, actually at the time, yeah, no, he would still have another 50 left over, even if he used the extra tokens that Kyutaro gave him in the sacrifice trade. All I can think of is tokens, meow. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Big Sis Now had only a little. Woof. What do we even do, meow? Meow. Tokens. It's all about the tokens, baby. The Mets, baby, the Mets. Gotta love the Mets. So Hiyori must... We have to choose now. Shut up! No, we don't. Between Now and Kana. No, we don't. This is such a heavy vote, considering the people that we're voting for. Like, these are all very main people. In the last game, it was like people that we didn't really have a lot of chance to talk. Well, I guess it was also we haven't been with each other for very long during the last main game. But, like, I feel like all the candidates were like... All these people are pretty central. I mean, it's kind of hard not to be. We're 8 people, so I don't know what I'm saying. Shut up, me. Shut up, Tony. But I don't know the aim of the one who did the trade. What possibilities are there? Yeah, who would want the sacrifice but So? But also, I feel like So's too big of a part of the story to be the sacrifice. Because if we don't vote him, then that means that he dies. So maybe it couldn't be So? But if he messed with the card data, then he could have initiated it. Kana's not saying enough, and I know Kana doesn't talk much, but she's still not saying enough. especially considering how vocal she was in the front part of the trial. I mean, not the trial, the game. It feels like a trial. You need a certain amount of tokens to initiate the 5th trade. If you consider the token count, you'll get your answer. I hate when he says cryptic shit like that. God. These two are both talking about tokens. I don't want to choose. Bucket Girl had a lot of oh, I'm not even extracting. Hello? Okay. Need a certain amount of tokens. If you consider the token count, you'll get your answer. Gotta find the least chance of having sacrifice. But I don't know. Okay. Alright, so we've got to versus something unless we have anything to back us up. Need a certain amount of tokens. I feel like maybe these two? Because then we can rule out now, but that also means, well, now couldn't initiate the trade. Like Jin says, now hardly had any tokens. Surely she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice from Sarah. Then, is now the one with the least likelihood? Wait, please! This isn't right! Fix this now! Least likelihood, are you gonna kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion! Okay, so she's definitely not the sacrifice. You're right, we can't end this discussion. You, what are you saying? Shut up, evil twink. I just remembered something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sarah, you know it too, don't you? A way for anyone to get tokens. I mean, by trading with someone is right, but I feel like he's gonna try and go towards from Reiko's body. Cause then it's gonna throw suspicion at us. He always loves throwing suspicion at us by stealing the tokens from Reiko's body. I knew you could do it. Vixis now wouldn't do such a thing now. Oh, and that lines up so wonderfully with Alice's earlier points about her hanging around Reiko's, in the Room of Lies for too long. Even though she was just mourning her friend. But if it's true, when I went back to check the body, the tokens were already gone. So actually, it must have been now. And now was closely inspecting the Room of Lies. Nah, that ain't just... Fuck you. That ain't just now who could have done it. Could have been any. Couldn't have any fucking shit. And couldn't any of us have gotten these tokens? Those stuff? Fuck you. In other words, everyone has the potential to possess the sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust. Then that last action is going to be key. What are we each doing at the time of the 5th trade? The time of the 5th... Fuck. The 5th trade's the last one, right? God, what were we doing at the time of the 5th trade? As in... Okay, so Keiji was with Alice and Kyutaro was passed out. It couldn't have been Kyutaro, at least not of his own will. Keiji and Alice can both provide each other alibis. Sho was alone, Nao was alone, and Jin was alone. And I was walking around. Wasn't I? Or no, me and Jin were with each other. Oh, bye, Will. Me and Jin were with each other. Weren't we? This is so hard to parse out. Jin and I were together at the time, because we were talking about something in the stairwell, but now it disappeared. So that leaves Now and So, and I guess also Kana. I don't remember where Kana was. Just before the main game started, woof. Hope you can find the sacrifice. that throws suspicion at you. We have to determine based on So, Kana, and Nao's actions at the time of the 5th trade. I was sitting on the stairs thinking back on everything that had happened. I was on the laptop in the winner's room that whole time, will you believe that? Kana wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly. Did anybody see what the three were doing? I was moving rubble with KG Shinogi. I didn't see what those three were up to. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits, Meow. Okay. So at the time of the trade... Well, when was the trade again? God, I feel like Now wasn't accounted for. She was sitting on the stairs, and we can say she was. She's not lying. I was searching all by myself. Moving rubble, yeah. On the laptop in the winner's room. The winner's room had a box! The winner's room had a box, you freaking idiot! Stupid dummy! Did anybody see what those two were doing? Kana wasn't really doing anything. Okay. We'll start extracting then. We have to determine based on So, Kana, and Nao's actions at the time of the 5th trade. Your friendly policeman was shoving aside rubble. I don't know a thing. Okay, and we can have Alice to corroborate that. Kana wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly. Kana, why aren't you speaking? Questioner. Are you hiding something, Kana? Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around then. Really? Where were you? I was looking for something I dropped. Something she dropped? Did anybody see what the three were doing? If only I hadn't passed out. I was in the laptop. Okay. There was also a ring-up box in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah? Oh, so he's using this to his defense, being like, oh, I have so much shit, don't vote for me. I can't take So's claims seriously. I mean, so far he hasn't said anything untrue in this regard. You know, like, he was in the winner's room, we saw him twice, we spoke to him. I rested for not a second while moving that debris. All I can prove is KG Shinogi's alibi. And also Kyutaro, he was there too, but I guess nobody's really questioning him because he was passed out. I didn't see those three. Meow. Sorry, Woof. Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while... Oh, come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching? Meow, yeah. There was a smartphone on the stairs. And that must have been Kana. Bro, that must have been Kana. Kana had a smartphone earlier. It had the note from her sister, but it was really written by So. Right? That was before the first main... Or no, that was... When was that? It had to have been in the back of the room of Rebel, so it was definitely after the first main game. That was like forever ago, though. What? But it wouldn't even make calls. It was useless for escape, Meow. Okay. So I know those... I was sitting on the stairs thinking back on everything that happened. The hope of escape had vanished. I just couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true. Sarah, please save me. Okay. I know what I must do. Excuse me. Okay. Kana, was it your smartphone you lost? How did you know? Sure enough. I bet it's the same smartphone I found in Kana's first trial room. Yep. Jin, tell me, where did you pick that up? It was a ways down the stairs, meow. Ah, how clumsy. She must have just dropped it while we were all climbing the stairs, surely. Doesn't make sense to him for him to protect Kana now. This fucking hoe. Ugh. He makes me so mad. Are you protecting Kana? Me? Stick up for Kana. Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, So and Kana were talking in front. If she dropped the phone, then everyone should have noticed. In short, this was the only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. This sprite's so funny to me. I love to see him grasping at straws. What did she descend for? Why did you try to hide this, Kana? Because... Big Sis Sarah, there's a message on this phone, meow. Right, that's what Kana's sister... Huh? It's a different message. Thank you. I love you, sister. Now it's Kana's turn to protect her big sister. Because that's how Kana can atone. Yeah, I just read that. This... Please give that back! Hold on, did you write this, Kana? But Kana's big sister's already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is... No way. Sarah. Surely not. She saved me! No! No! Is that right, Kana? Your sister here. Is me? Kana. Yes. I know it's strange, but Kana... To Kana, you're... And so you wanted to save Sarah that much, yeah? Yes. Oh, Kana, no, Kana! No, Kana! Kana, no! Kana! Hey, Kana. Was it you who traded away Sarah's sacrifice? Oh god, it was, wasn't it? To avoid using the ring-up box in the winner's room, you returned to the third floor to trade. Hey now! You're talking like Kana's! Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sarah? That's so... It's inconceivable. No, I don't want to conceive of it. Deny it, Kana. What worthless reasoning. That's all a load of... No, it's all correct. You... Shut up, Kana. I'm trying to help you. You idiot! Don't say anything! Kana did the fifth trade. She won't hide the truth anymore. Kana! Shut up! Well, that's kind of sweet that So is protecting her, you know. I can't really get a read on him. Kana did it. She really did it, to protect me. She took the sacrifice card for herself. This is just the worst outcome. Such foolishness! So, you caught on at some point, didn't you? God. Can I still vote for KG? That's why you were trying to move the votes towards Kana. Shut up. Since there was no other way for Kana to survive. Please wait. Will you listen carefully to what Kana has to say? Absolutely, Kana. These are your last words, girl. Progress. With the fifth trade, Kana switched her card and Sarah's card. Okay. I don't like the little dripping noises.
Once she knew escape wasn't possible anymore, she had no idea what to do. Then she looked at the phone. Seeing her sister's words calmed her heart, and she came to despise herself for not being able to do anything.
Oh, Kana, you're literally like 12. You shouldn't have to make these decisions.
This whole time, Kana had just kept betraying. Her sister, the others, Sarah.
Oh, Kana.
She just had the feeling that So had sent the sacrifice to Sarah. Kana doesn't get the complicated trade talk. She can't even reason out who gave who what. Even so, she was certain of just one thing. Because Sarah is so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone.
Kana. Oh, I tried to. Oh god, I feel so bad. I really tried to send that shit to somebody else. Kana.
Kana. She didn't want to let Sarah die. And also, she didn't want to make So a murderer.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind, wait. I thought something stupid. Never mind.
That seemed more painful than her own death. So she traded her commoner for Sarah's sacrifice.
Kana.
But...
Disclosure, DC! Commoner!
The card she received was a commoner.
What? So still mess with him. What? What's going on here, Kana? I thought this was gonna be a short stream. That was really sick. This is new music. This is sick as hell.
Kana doesn't understand either. She's sure she traded cards with Sarah, but it wasn't the sacrifice.
Unthinkable. What's Kana saying?
It's all true. Please believe me.
At any rate, we just have to talk about Kana's statement.
I can't believe Bucket Girl, Wolf. She's lying to try and confuse us, Meow.
I don't think so. She was very earnest. Well, maybe Kana just messed up who she was trading with or something. Some unique situation that caused the roll to just disappear. Is that possible, I wonder? I like KG's line of thinking. It was a machine error. Maybe the tablet broke and the trade went wrong.
Don't tell me. I wonder if So hacked the roll cards themselves.
What do you have to say to that, So? That's right, that's what you did, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. I knew there was something fishy. Fishier than Will Graham's puss. I don't know what to believe. I can't see through the truth in their hearts right now. Oh, this fucking bitch. So we might just have to find the objective truth. The truth. Okay, let's go over every statement. We gotta find the truth. Maybe Kana just messed up who she was trading with. I don't think so. She said she didn't. Well, if she did, then we still don't know who the sacrifice is. But if So tampered with the cards, then why would he freak out about Kana? It's always so hard to tell with him. So's not making any noise. It was a machine error. Maybe the tablet broke. I can't believe Bucket Girl. I think she's telling the truth. Don't tell me. I wonder if So hacked the... I like this one. I wonder if So hacked the... This might be an absurd opinion, but So was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? Oh, I love how I'm not doing it in Now's voice. Pretend I was talking like Now.
I wonder, did he hack the card data then?
He said he could. He said he could, Sarah. Don't act like you don't remember.
Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but So who could cause an irregularity, is there?
Someone who could cause an irregularity. Someone who could cause an irregularity. Fallen. She's been betraying us over and over, Meow. She's even less trustworthy than the loner, Woof. Don't trust Bucket Girl, big sis Sarah. It was a machine error. This is the truth. The truth can be very simple. Okay. So's hardly saying anything. I can't read his thoughts. I don't know about the ring-up box. I don't know how the ring-up boxes work, but if you're just saying names into the receiver, there could be mistakes. And yet my sacrifice definitely moved. Yeah, and so it had... if it ain't Kana's mistake, then maybe the floor master purposefully changed the destination, something like that. Gashu changed the trade? Come to think of it, wasn't Miley talking about some transgression of Gashu's just before the main game? He makes a good point. Some sort of unique situation that caused that role to just disappear. I wonder. So's hacking extended to the role data. Some nice evidence would make that a whole lot more convincing. Too bad. Let's see. Now was saying that it could be someone else. There isn't anyone but So who could cause an irregularity, is there? Then I feel like these two go together. Because if there's somebody other than So, it would have to be Gashu. Nobody else is adept in computers, so it would have to be somebody that actually understands the system. There was a possibility. Something separate from So's hacking, and an irregularity that definitely occurred. The transgression by the floor master Gashu.
Huh?
Excuse me? Remember what Miley said before the main game? Gashu, or what voice did I give her? I don't remember. Gashu, are you listening? You've really gone and mucked things up. You've made a flagrant transgression, one that shakes the very core of the main game. That is true, that is true. And despite being such a huge transgression, it hasn't shown itself at all thus far. And now, this illogical movement of the cards that's tormenting us. Could this very issue be Gashu's transgression? If we believe Kana, that's the only explanation. So Uncle Crabstash manipulated the movements of the cards, Meow.
But for the floor master, what would be the merit of doing that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Does Sarah know? Gashu Sato. I mean, it could be to keep the game going longer. Without a sacrifice card, it means that the game has to be prolonged. I don't know. Should I pick? I don't know. I don't want to pick the wrong option. I don't know. We don't know the Floor Master's goal. To flip that around, if there was some merit, Gashu'd have a reason to meddle. We might figure out who he moved the sacrifice to. Quite off the mark inference. Is it all right for you to be using your time on this? Gashu, if you haven't engaged in any misconduct, then promise us. I know the Floor Master's code. If we can expose your transgression, the main game won't count. We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. Hell yeah, Sarah. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. You just know everything, don't you? As to be expected from Miss Sarah Chidoan. Promise or no promise, I will simply carry out my duty as per code. What? You for real? He said it. With 24 hours, we could even reattempt our escape. But are you certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time to spend on other reasoning. It's okay. This new possibility we've spun. This theory wasn't being directed at Gashu. So, please tell us the truth. Uh-huh. Yeah. The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll cards, so... If we know whether that claim is true or not, we can fight. Let's all combine forces to win with an extension. Kana.
Yes?
You really don't have the sacrifice?
It's okay. Kana really doesn't have the sacrifice.
I see. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. So, chill, dude. It's the truth, Miss Sarah. No lies, no tricks. All right? Let's quit deceiving each other. Let's work to expose Gashu's transgression. Just what I wanted to hear. Oh my god, the fucking music! Holy shit, the music in this game is so good. This is a turning point in our destiny. A path we could never have reached if we were trapped by endless suspicion. The path of us all trusting each other and battling the kidnappers head-on. Together, we'll expose Gashu's misdeed. Oh my god, the fucking music. Sorry, the music is so good though. Dude. Gashu had something to gain from tampering with the trade. Perhaps he sent the sacrifice towards someone who he wanted to kill. Or else, you think there was somebody who Gashu didn't want to die?
Is there an answer in the clues we have left?
There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. He has a good point, 'cause, I mean, hell, who else could it be? Unless, of course, he sent it to somebody who's now, like, a defunct participant like Reiko. Is that why Reiko's on the fucking board? Wait a minute. Did he send that shit to Reiko? I mean, especially because Reiko died as a result of Rio Ranger. So, it wouldn't be super crazy to say that maybe the card got sent to her. Huh. Okay, wait. Let me go through everybody's statements again. Perhaps he sent the sacrifice to someone who he wanted to kill. No, because he doesn't seem to have any real enemies amongst us. I mean, of us, we've only got 8 people, so yeah, he wouldn't have time to make enemies. Unless he wanted to, like, See, the only person would be like Sarah or maybe Keiji, but Keiji doesn't have the sacrifice, and so we can rule him out. And Sarah also doesn't have the sacrifice, and the entire game probably revolves around her, so there'd be no sense in killing her off this soon. Gashu had something to gain from tampering with the trade. Or else you think there was somebody who Gashu wanted to die. Didn't want to die, sorry. Is there an answer in the clues we have left? There's a fundamental issue. I like Keiji's point. We'll extract that first. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. So Gashu's transgression was making the sacrifice vanish. Seems unthinkable, sure, but there's just one possibility. There's something curious about the antagonism between Gashu and Miley. I agree with that.
Out of all the evidence we've seen so far, is there anything related to this transgression?
Not really. No. There's something like that. Would it hurt my cloud if I got it wrong? If there is, I should show it to Kana. If there isn't, I should tell her there isn't. Let me check my items. Security footage. Victim video. Now had. Tablet, we already used 4 papers. I don't think that really matters here. Rulebook 2. Wait, why have we not discussed where So got a stun gun? Very interesting. That's like a weird thing that we've just ignored. Okay, Q-Taro turn. The person with the sacrifice is real likely to die. That's why Gashu meddled. Like, I don't want him to die, so I'll move the sacrifice to somebody else. I mean, that would also make sense, because if the game does revolve around Sarah, as most of the evidence would suggest, then it wouldn't be very advantageous for her to be the sacrifice, right? From the point of view of the kidnappers. They'd want her to survive the longest, wouldn't they? Who's them here? That's obvious. The person who'd normally end up having the sacrifice. That's you, isn't it? Kana! Oh. It's out there, but maybe in reality, Gashu's an ally. Like, he wanted this to be exposed so he couldn't put a stop to the main game. Oh, so he could put a stop to the main game. Is that too unthinkable? I mean, we know that Gashu is also trapped here, so us escaping would mean him escaping, wouldn't it? Perhaps he sent the sacrifice to someone who he wanted to kill. Think about it. Gashu has plenty of reason to hold a grudge towards him. What? By formulating an escape plan, he trampled on his honor as a floor master. You're talking about So Hiyori. This is just, it's complicated. I don't know. Let's see if anybody's statements changed. Fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't sent to anybody. I like that the sacrifice wasn't sent to anybody. I feel like that's gonna be where we're going. Like, I feel like we're gonna go in the direction of, like, the sacrifice wasn't sent to anybody, and then it got sent to Reiko. Because why else would she be included on the paper? Is there somebody Gashu wanted to die? Oh, wait. If there's somebody Gashu wanted to die, it'd be Kana. Didn't want to die. God, I can't read. Why, though? Wait, why? Do you have anything else to say about that? Logically, that's what it's gotta be. 'Cause if that last trade went normal, Kana would have gotten the sacrifice. So you're like reverse engineering this based on what? Then there's gotta be some special connection between Kana and Yashu. No. Gashu had something to gain from tampering with the trade. It's out there, but maybe Gashu's... Oh, I already read this part. That's too unthinkable? To kill Sohiori, the leader of the escape plot. Okay, what else do you have to say about that? A perfect resolution! Be grateful, Sarah Chidoan. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to say there. I think we're good on extracting Sohiori. There's somebody Gashu didn't want to die, it'd be Kana. Something to gain from tampering with the trade. There's an answer in the clues we have left. There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. Hold on. It has to be Reiko, right? Somehow, some way, it has to get to Reiko. There's no way it's something else. Hold on 1 second, I gotta go do... Okay, sorry, I had to pick something up. I'm back. So saying that he must have something to gain from extending the escape, and I agree with that. He probably does, considering he's also trapped here. And Keiji's saying that it might not have gotten sent to anybody, which honestly is the most likely if you ask me. What did Kana say? What was her full statement? Out of all the evidence... there isn't. No, none of the evidence. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. We've discussed all the evidence already. Unless there's some new evidence that hasn't come up in discussion, I don't see any lead. Some yet unused evidence. Tablet victim video... Stun gun? Let's see. Okay, what haven't we used? We used the tablet. We discussed the victim video. We talked about the first floor security footage. But honestly, I feel like we could talk more about the first floor. And I also feel like we could talk more about the stun gun. But I don't think the stun gun has to do with Gashu. I think it has to do with So being sketchy. I'll come back to that. Gashu meddled to kill So Hiyori? Well, then wouldn't So have the sacrifice? Well, I guess we can't really... No, because So wouldn't freak out so bad if he had the sacrifice. These two are both suggesting that he had something to gain. Maybe put these two together? Okay, yeah, I didn't think so either, honestly. Is that really it? I just was guessing. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster.
It looks kind of familiar.
That's just like the torn up paper I found on the first floor, meow. Though what use could this have? Oh, holy shit. That's a new sprite. Why do you have that? That was scary. Get away from me, bro. Oh, Miley. Curse her, handing internal documents to participants. Internal documents? Gashu, just what is this roster? He locked in. Ha. What indeed? Oh, he caught on to the fact that I don't know what this means. Damn. You did good, Sarah. Huh? Gashu just made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out. Oh, Gashu just made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out. Whatever could you mean? Kai was a whole lot better at playing dumb, huh? Oh, yeah, because that's his dad, isn't it? What meaning could these papers have? Oh, sorry. What meaning could these papers have? I can't even guess, but there's value in solving this mystery. We ain't got time. Let's thoroughly talk out anything suspicious about the roster. Now! Oh, sorry.
There are 4 bound sheets, and 4 names on each sheet.
Besides our names, there's a bunch of names I never even heard of.
Huh. This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name. Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't on this, huh?
A roster? It's reminding me of something, meow. If what you want, if you want, if you want to look closer at the roster, tell Mr. Policeman and we'll have a look at it together. Hold on. We want to look closer at the roster. There are 4 bound sheets and 4 names on each sheet. Besides our names, there's a bunch of names we never heard. Hold on a sec. These are participants whose names aren't on... There are participants whose names aren't on this, huh? These two are saying the same thing. A roster, it's reminding me of something now. Roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name. I wanna talk to Cage. I wanna look at the thing closer. Let's check it together, Sarah. Okay. So... it seems to be sorted by percentage. You've got the 4 highest, and then yeah. You know, Sarah Chidoan has the highest percentage. She's a high school student. Naomichi Kuramada has... God, it's crazy how high Sarah's is. Okay. Kyutaro BB. Kyutaro BB. BB no money. BB no Kyutaro. Keiji Shinogi. Shunsuke Hayasaka? Hey, wait a minute. Shouldn't there be... Yeah, there's Megumi Sashihara. Kazumi Mishima. Okay, so who on here do we know? We don't know Shin. We don't know Hinako. We know Jin, Kana, Kazumi, Megumi, Alice. Ooh, Reiko. Kyutaro, Keiji, and Sarah. Which leaves Naomichi, Anzu, Mei, Ranmaru, Hinako, and Shin. Wait a minute. Is there another Kazuchi? Kazuchi. But there's also only 16. Didn't something on the computer say there was supposed to be 20 participants? Searchadon. Okay, so we know that Now is onto something. It's not by name. Oh, because Joe's also not on here. So it's not a complete list. It's missing 4. There must be another 4 that has... Oh, and Kai's not on here. Okay. Oh, I viewed all 4. What the flick? Okay. Can I be done? The names are sorted by percentage. How creepy. What?
Oh, how creepy! What sort of statistic are these numbers supposed to represent?
These numbers definitely stick out as odd. Might they hold the key to solving this? Okay. Roster reminding me of something. Roster.
Ah, I remembered it, Meow. The bar on the first floor, Woof. There was a list of names on the blackboard, Meow.
He's right.
Now that you mention it, that was a roster too. But I couldn't possibly recall everyone's name.
Oh shit, that was me that said that. There was a roster too, but I couldn't possibly...
I memorized it, Meow.
Good job.
Huh? Can Drink, Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Keiji, Shinsuke, So, Naomichi, Mei, Megumi, Reiko, Kyutaro, Meow. Can't Drink, Anju, Kana, Jin, Kuji, Sarah, Joe, Now, Hinako, Ranmaru, Woof.
That's amazing, Jin. Damn. We're gonna have to put you in an academic team when we get out of here, alright? You're doing Quiz Bowl.
Easy, I've been learning the prefectures of Japan, Meow.
I don't know what that means.
By the way, Big Sis Sarah, your roster's missing the names Kai, So, Kuji, Joe, and Now.
Wait, but that's not 4 names. That's 5. Which means that one of us is a spy. It must have been Kai. So's too focused on trying to get out, you know? This is important information. Was I useful? Yes, you were. Very much so, actually. I'm surprised you had all that memorized. When did you have time to do that? These are participants. Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say, huh? Fucking twink?
Sorry, no ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts to reason from.
Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed there. 4 of us? No, there are 5. Nope. Actually, I'll extract a couple more. Yeah. Kurmata, Hazashi, Kanashi, Tsurugi, tons of other peeps we don't know. Were these people who died in the first trial before they could meet us? That might be it. How many people these kidnappers gotta kill till they're satisfied? Nah, now's not the time to get emotional.
Who would have made this roster, I wonder? Probably Miley. It's what Gashu's reaction seemed to indicate, too.
Oh, I love this sprite. Oh, she's so adorable. I really hope she doesn't die.
Is there no follow-up to these sheets?
Follow-up? No, there wasn't anything else.
Is that so? Sorry.
Don't apologize. You didn't say shit. Okay, these two. Boom. So, what did you just say?
Huh? That there are 4 people's names missing. Meow? Kai, So, Kuji, Joe, and Now aren't listed, so... Huh? That's 5, Woof!
Jin. You're a genius. Huh? I guess I was rushed and miscounted. Sorry. Ooh, he's lying. He's lying. Jin can sniff it out. He can smell the BO in his armpits. Sarah, this ain't the time to be poking at little mistakes like that, all right? No, that mistake wasn't just a trivial issue. Why did So get it wrong? That's what's important. Gashu, tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There's 16 listed on this roster.
If we add an unlisted 5, doesn't that come to 21 people?
One too many?
That's what I mean, Meow. There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard, Woof.
Well then, let's compare the names on the paper roster to those with the blackboard, to those on the blackboard. The blackboard names were like this. First, the 5 not listed on the roster are Kai, So, Kuji, Joe, and Now. Let's remove those 5 names. On the first sheet, the 4 names are present: Sarah, Naomichi, Keiji, and Kyutaro. The second sheet, similarly, all 4 names are here: Shinuke, Anzu, Reiko, and Mei. The third sheet, this one too. And the fourth sheet, huh? Shin Sumiki. That's the only... Oh, Shin Sumiki? That's the only person not on the blackboard, Meow. 0%. Self-employed. We've derived a 21st person. What's going on? Just who is the person? Who is this person? Who's Shin Sumiki? One of us. It's actually So. Is it one of us? Okay, let's calm down. What does that mean exactly? An alias? I mean, nothing would stop us from using the wrong names. He went by, fucking Gonbi for, like, so long. If someone's using an alias, I see. Shin Sumiki is one of us. And they rewrote their alias on the blackboard. So who's on the blackboard? So?
No way!
Haha. Interesting. If we follow that logic, Shin Sumiki's already been identified. Yeah. What did you say? Sarah, let's work this out. If all the names on the paper roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Someone not on the black... No, it'd be someone who is on the blackboard. It's not me. My name's on both the roster and the blackboard. Someone not on the roster. It's one of the people not on the paper roster. Kai, So, Kuji, Joe, or Now. Right you are. Yeah. Alright, let's discuss those 5 names. Let's be real, we know it's So.
This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Now, remember?
I'm using my real name too. It was written there in the prize exchange, right?
Kuji is the name of Kana's sister.
Okay, so it's not Kuji. Right? Wait, what the flick? Wait. Kuji is the name of Kana's sister. It was Shin. Shin's the one that we're worried about. Don't confuse me, Kana. If Big Bro Joe was using a fake name, Big Sis Sarah would figure it out right away, Meow. Yeah, I've known him since we were like kids or whatever. Kai's name was on his laptop. Based on the email log, should have been his real one. If you want to check the roster, come tell Mr. Policeman anytime. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Kana can account for... Oh god. I mean, it's kind of obvious that it's only So. So doesn't have anybody that can actually corroborate his name. Everybody else on the roster that we know of can. We have, whatever Kana said. We have Now, who can be corroborated by Mr. Mishima. And the Mishima AI could also work. Well, I guess his memories were updated to the point where he already knew all the participants in the game, so that could maybe, but I don't think they'd think that hard. Like the writers, I don't think they'd do that. That'd be kind of dirty. It's clearly So. I can vouch for Joe, Mishima can vouch for Now, Kana can vouch for her sister, and so it leaves So. Because the only other two names on there were So and Shin, right? Oh, oh! What's the matter, KG? Oh, just impressed by how calmly he would lie. Lie? Sarah, recall the prize exchange. The prize exchange, huh? Remember, there were photos, but no names anywhere. Oh! Was that right? I must have had it wrong. So, what exactly are you afraid of? My name's not actually So. I stole this outfit from a dead guy. I'm sorry. Afraid? So is... You said you'd tell the truth, right? Defeat Gashu together. We're your allies. Try trusting us, So. No. Wait. It's weird that Keiji's saying no. Shin Sumi. Okay. Shin Sumiki. So is Shin Sumiki. I want to trust you all too. Oh? But I... So? He's trying to say something. In that case, I'll draw it out. Oh god, not a minigame! God. Oh god! I'm so bad at this minigame. No! No, 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 no! Fuck! Okay, okay. Let me take a minute. I gotta lock in. Take a sip of water, eat a snack. Lock in. You know? I can't be losing my clout and shit. What happened? Okay. Lock in! God! I'll pry his heart open. That's really, like... That's such a way to say that. Okay, Sarah. That sounds violent. Oh my god. Holy jeez. I did worse. I did worse. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 Time to lock in. Please. Oh! Only 3 tries. Only 3 tries. It's okay. Oh. So, this is the moment to reveal your true self. It's okay, babe. You can come out of the closet. I'm gay. My real name is Shinsumiki. I'll tell you everything, even the secret of the roster. You know about it, meow! Yeah. Because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. What did he say? Tell us what the heck this means. It's the victory rates for the participants in the death game. So he's at a fucking 0. Ooh. There's these weird percentages on the left, right? Those are everyone's chances of surviving the death game to the end. Their odds of winning. Foolishness! How would they know such a thing? Because... Oh, they tested it with the AIs. They used the AIs to run tests. Right. They ran simulations of innumerable death games, all done entirely digitally. Oh. So is that what we saw? When we witnessed the twink death? They explained at horrible length to me how accurate this data was. And I saw my own percentage. 0%. Certain death. I absolutely can't survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. I don't want to die. I can't stop shaking. So that's the difference between, like, the shadow and the Shin, then. Yeah? I'm gonna be killed. Everyone will vote for me and kill me. I don't want that. Hey! Hiya! Own shadow. A shadow illuminated by the light smoke. Oh. Spoke to me. Just a random question, but you know what a majority vote is? He talked to me and cornered me. Okay then, let's go. Gah! It hurts. Stop! Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who'll be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change. I threw Shinsumiki away. So, why assume the name So Hiyori? Was he an acquaintance? I wonder. Dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale. But time has expired, everyone. We're out of time? Ah, sorry. It is nearly time for voting. Hold on a sec, our discussion. Did you make any progress? It was all unrelated to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster, did that make any progress? That's... Shinsumiki, have you any more info on this roster? If I did, I wouldn't hide it now. Sarah, is there any other evidence that proves this transgression? Evidence of this transgression? Hell, shot in the dark. I have important evidence. Let us hear it. What would that be? Oh, fuck. Shit, I didn't think that far ahead. I might have to end stream soon. I'll see how much longer I can keep streaming. I want to get through the main game today. Now had it shows the policeman. Okay. Hell, why not? Unfortunately, that appears to prove nothing. No way! Are you giving up, Sarah? Don't let me die. Oh, hold on, I got a voicemail. Yeah. There was nothing in the voicemail. I don't know what that was about. I rewrote the blackboard and also I destroyed my own monitor in the monitor room. I've told you everything, just like I swore. So please, save me! Win us an extension, please! Of course I will. I feel it. So's trust in me. A real bond. Of course I will, So. Sarah! This is our last chance. Let's think like mad about anything connected to this transgression. We'll all think about it and win, meow. No slacking, loner. Yeah, okay, I know, motherfucker. I don't want to die. Guys, our discussion's definitely progressing. We unraveled the mystery of this roster. Let's trust that the truth of this transgression lies beyond that answer. Yeah, no, I think I'm out of time. This is probably a decent stopping place, and I'm gonna have to, probably stop here. It's a shame. This is your final discussion. Use it meaningfully. I love that he's just like, yeah, okay, I guess you can talk a little more. Got it. This roster lists the chances of survival for the participants in the death game. You said they determine these chances of victory by running simulations with AIs, right? Is there something about these sheets we're still overlooking? Indeed. The most unusual aspect is the fact that there are only 16 names here. If So was an alias, that means there's actually four not listed, right? Yeah? Kai, Kuji, Joe, and Now. Those are the 4 not listed. Meow. Kinda curious how Sarah's chances of victory are highest, huh? I think I'll save this and maybe come back to it tomorrow morning. Ooh, I feel like this is such a bad place to stop though, you know? We're so close. But I've been streaming for like 2 hours and I got shit to do, you know? I guess I'll end stream here. I'm sorry. We'll come back to this tomorrow, or if you're watching on YouTube, next week. I hope tomorrow. If I can tomorrow, I will. I'm not 100% on that, because I also have shit to do tomorrow. But yeah, so peace out, Girl Scout. I'll see you later. Peace out, Girl Scout. I already said that. Peace out, Girl Scout.